iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Hello and welcome as we are live from Spa as we get things kick-started for the first of the road section of the championship. It's XSLR, it's Season 8 and it's Round 5 as we head to Belgium. Well, some may argue it's one of the best circuits in the world, and who's to argue with that? Well, largely changed from its old original format that was an absolute mammoth of a circuit, and now we're left with, well, a circuit that's had a few modifications over the years, but it's still a whopper at 4.3 miles long. I'm Tim Cox. I'm going to take you through proceedings for this evening. Drivers setting their outlap, and it's a long, long outlap for us today. Let's remember that one because it is Spa, and clocking at about 2 minutes 45 per lap. And who's going to take pole? Joshua Susie just heading down through the back of the circuit. About to get started into the bus stop chicane. The question is, who's going to take that first pole position of the road section? This is going to be one guy I definitely want to watch out for. Bobby Ross, always quick when it comes to the road. But will he be top of the timing sheets? Just starting his first flying lap. Just a bit of business to go through for this evening. So Adam Thompson has an EOL, so he will be starting for the back of the grid after not taking it 2 rounds ago when he should have done, meaning he started for the back last week at Charlotte and has to do so again here. Also, Jake Cam begins one of his many EOLs that he incurred after an eventful night 2 weeks ago, where just went a bit wrong for Jake. It's Ross just heading down a Malmedy there. These cars like to slide around, they like to drift quite a bit. That could prove to be interesting when those tyres start to lose their grip later on in the race, because a lot of, especially No Name, Speakers Corners is now known there, the front end just likes to wash out. And that's even something in, Formula car that's nice and light and nimble, designed for this sort of circuit. Loves this place. These cars, well, they're normally designed around the ovals, aren't they? It's where you come to see them. So they could be for a real interesting one this evening. As you can, wow, hear it there and just about keeping hold of it. I started right on board with him. That's going to be close there. That's going to be close for picking up a penalty. Because this weekend at the virtual 24 hours of Spa, it's the bus stops you can. Not really a bus stop so much anymore in this day and age. And across the line comes Ross. And what's it going to be for him? Well, it's top of the timing sheets. First time in, Kevin Irwin into second. 1.7 seconds off the bat. Joshua Suji just, well, even worse for him. First lap always a little bit trickier. This is where it's going to count a bit more. Still to head out are Trotter and Howitt. Carber having his first lap time deleted, same with Brown. Though interestingly, Tyler Brown's taking the fastest Sector 1 of anyone. Kostic also having his lap time deleted as well. So, three drivers, apologies, each having their times deleted in their opening attempts. There is Corrin. It's lovely 7-Eleven livery. Just heading out the back of the circuit there. Through Stavolo, through Paul Ferrer, and into Blanchimont. What a roll ride this is. In any car, just dipping on the inside there. Oh, maybe a bit, turning a bit early, and I do wonder if this could be another lap time deleted. A little bit wide coming off of Blanchimont there. Slowing it down. Oh, it seems to take forever. These cars just really do not like to brake. You see those front brakes discs glowing away there. And across the line comes Corrin. We're going to get a lap time on the board. Was it deleted? Well, there's nothing up here, so I think that answers our question. Time deleted for Corrin as well. He held it there. He held it, but I'll tell you what, Ross is going quickly. It's just set the best Sector 2 of anyone. And, well, by a sizable margin, at 1.4 seconds faster than the next best, which is owing to Kevin Irwin.
Hi, Tim.
Hello, I'm Thompson. Yeah, joining us now.
I just wanted to let you know, in case you didn't, that if you haven't done a Trading Paints refresh yet, go ahead and do it.
I've already done it.
Okay, goodbye.
It's like he doesn't trust me. It's like he doesn't trust me. What can we say? This is surely going to be a new fastest lap incoming from Ross, though. Looking really scrappy down into the bus stop there for him. Powering out of the corner. Previous best of 22:44.58. And it's a tenth, nearly 2 tenths faster there from Ross. Great lap from him. Suji on an improving lap as well. Tyler Brown just slapping one in there. He goes in second attempt up into second and really close as well to Ross. Suji, there's an improvement from him. Wesley Carber just displacing Suji though down to the third row of the grid. Great lap from him. Corrin going for it here. So Howard just heading on his out lap now. I'm not sure he's not going to get that time. Oh no, he is. He's got 15 minutes, but a bit longer here today due to the longer lap. You're not wrong there, Jake. Definite trust issues. Definite trust issues. So I know it normally looks like I have no idea what I'm doing, which can be correct quite a bit of the time. but occasionally I do get it right, and tonight was one of those attempts. So Corin having first lap deleted due to track excursions. Andy Kostick, interestingly, no time on the board from him, so both of his lap times have been deleted. Both deleted. That is not what he would have been hoping for. And I think could have seen some good times as well from Kostick as well. I think he would have been good enough for third. Corin rolls it through the bus stop there. We're going to get time on the board here. Didn't see the first half of his lap, so as he's crossed the line and there's nothing registered, which means he will not be setting a time. There's the frustration, and just styles it out casually with some donuts. Down at turn 1, of course, La Source. Due to the river that's there, down at turn 1. Here's a driver on his first flying lap, actually. He's leaving the lane in qualifying, but still plenty of time left on the clock. We'll get at least one lap in. Casually drifting out of Bruxelles there. Spa, one of those circuits that has numerous names for each of its corners. Through Lafania, powering down towards Campus and Stavledi. Double right-hander against 37 of Howard. Trying to get this one hooked up here. I mean, if he just gets a time on the board due to Kostick not having a lap time registered, and neither with Corin either. Then that will be definitely a dry, you know, it's going to get him well up the grid. It'll be put him in a good stead come the race. And I think he's going to make it round in time as well to get a second lap in. Holds on to it into the bus stop, twitching mid-corner. Finds a gear in there somewhere. Plotting the accelerator, heading out of the bus stop. And with no time, oh, there was a time registered, and there you go. It's good enough for the second row of the grid, 4th place for Howard. I tell you what, if he's just one and done there, spins out. That's qualifying going to be done because that lap time would have been deleted. Aside of it being quite poor as well due to losing it all down at La Source for him. Owen still going out there. He has completed his 2 laps, so this is immaterial now. Looks like he's going to be starting from 3rd on the grid, 2nd row, next to Howard. Yeah, quite know we can get with Kevin Owen. This could be an absolute masterstroke, or it could all fall apart for him. We'll find out. Not too far away from finding out. That is for sure. Well, we're not far away, just 40 seconds now, in fact, from going green. We're heading into race mode. Now we get to find out who is going to take victory in this first round of the season. Plenty of anticipation around this one as to who it's going to be. There we go. We've clicked over. We are at the end of qualifying now. We take to the grid now for... There we go. So we just transition across into the race. Full up our grid for this evening. It's Bobby Russell on par with Tyler Brown joining on the front row. This is going to be one to watch between those two. Really, really close times between the pair of them. Kevin Owen a little bit of time on his own. He starts from third on the second row with Jimmy Howard. But Howard, Carver and Suji, very near identical times, only half a second separating those three, with Carver and Suji forming up row 3 of the grid. That would be one to watch out for. Jake Ham obviously incurring that penalty this evening. Andy Kosick, time deleted, so hence why he starts from 8th. Shane Trotter not setting a time either. And Thompson also serving that penalty. With John Corrin also, time deleted for him. Hence why he will start from the rear. Just waiting on Howard now to take to the grid, and then we'll be off racing. Well, it's going to be a bit of a, well, an interesting one this evening. Shake Ham, shake and bake, Tim. Have a great stream. Look forward to going back and watching. Hugs, no trust issues here. There's not, mate. There's not whatsoever. Love you too, Jake. Love you too. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. No, we're just a few seconds left for how to take to the grid before we get underway. We get to find out who is going to bring home the bacon, shall we say, and you may say that might be yourself, Jake Cam. Bringing home the bacon. See what I did there? See what I did? There we go, rev the engines, and Howard has not taken to the grid. Not clearly feeling comfortable about this one. Yeah, so he will start from the pits. Could be an inspired move from him. But only time will tell on that one. Only time will tell. In fact, wherever he is, Jake Cam with a changed skin this evening. Ooh, lovely Taco Bell. Never had one myself. Crying shame, mate. Some may add. Or maybe I just haven't been drunk enough while in the States to warrant a Taco Bell. On pole, it's the Hot Wheels car, the 33 of Ross. Mustang pace car pulls in, and let's get ready to go racing for the first time in the road section. As we are green, we are racing. I tell you what, Tyler Brown not hanging around there, but look at the start that Kevin Irwins have. Absolutely electric. Almost pushing Ross through there. Ham on the inside, looking into turn 1 right now. Howard just waiting. He gets underway from the pits as there's argy-bargy there. Thompson and Kosick just caught up with one another. I do have to wonder that decision from Howard to start for the pits has been a wise one or not. Truly trying to avoid all the first lap melee, the karma, the drama. But look at in the foreground here. Up Rouge for the first time in Ham, almost into the back of Carver, and there's contact. Carver around. Oh no! And Thompson collected. He sent the wrong way. Kosick, just about gets it involved. Just about avoids it. And well, did Howard make it through? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's already up into 8th, but he could gain a couple more places here. Right on board with him. That is Cossack and Corrin in front. Just tucks in front of Shane Trotter there. And right now, the bit between his teeth. That would have happened surely all in front of him, and well. Let's get some replays for you. And see exactly how. You can see it was all happening. You see the aftermath in the background there. Cossack, how did he hold on to that one? Thompson sent spinning around. We'll get a different angle on that one for you. Oh, well. On board. Oh, he went for the gap and it closed on him. Let's get it from a different perspective. Actually, maybe this one earlier on might give us a few more clues. Oh, well, Ham carrying the momentum, and Carver, he was loosey-goosey at the rear, got a bit of a tank slapper on, had to lift, and, well, I think that's a bit more of a racing incident, that one. Let's take a little look from Carver's point of view. Up over Rouge and Radit, you could hear the big lift. The big lift there, and caught everyone off, started off that concertina effect. Well, one more time from Thompson's point of view, heading up the hill. In fact, actually, I'll tell you what, we want to get one more from Cossack's point of view. Here it is, he's going to get the big, wow, car spinning left and right, and here, wow, big juke there. Well, how to keep that out of the wall. Oh, as we come back, and Cossack and Howard have had a collision down at turn 1. It's all kicked off. Out into the pits. This is on board with what happened down at turn 1. Did Cossack? Oh, he juked in to avoid it. Looped the rear. That was bold there, Cotton. That was bold. Corrin, has he had a sympathy spin? Turned in. Oh, he did. Well, meanwhile, back up front. Well, it's all been happening there. It's all been happening. Incidentally, Corrin also having an incident as well a little bit earlier on. Let's take a little look at that one. So this is through Lafania. No, it's not. It's into campus, apologies. A bit too much mustard on that one, though. Oh, it really went with him in there, so we cut away from it. But Brown and Ross have, well, I would say they've got away. I mean, Irwin has come with them. But a bit of a battle happening further down through the field. Suji and Cossack. Cossack's got to surely be carrying a bit of damage to that front end. Bit hard to tell from that paint job, but I think there is a bit of damage to the front end of that 29. And well, that is not the start that Cossack would have been hoping for. These two, of course, caught up with Jimmy Howe earlier on. Cossack really looking like he's struggling here. I was speaking to him after the race last time out at Charlotte. He said he was trying to hang off the rear. He knew there was a big one coming, and nearly all came undone for him. Did sort of go his way a little bit, but so. Not quite the race we'd have hoped for. But talking of races, this is starting to really hot up between Brown in the 821, that white livery, and then Ross in the 33 Hot Wheels car. Close there. See a really aggressive line from Ross there, coming over, ready on. But Kevin Irwin, where has this pace come from? He is in hot pursuit right now. He's moving faster than a cat on a hot tin roof. Out of Malman's, there you go, our lead duo. Down towards Bruxelles. And it's still remaining in the fight here. It's a no-name now. And you see, really get the appreciation just how much the track really drops away from you. But that's the part of the circuit where everyone just seems to be dropping behind these two. In fact, yeah, nearly a second slower than the pair of them. Just in this lap alone. Everywhere else, he's pretty similar, to be fair to him. In fact, he set the fastest Sector 1 of anyone last time round. Oh, Ross holds it. He held it. He just about held it. Times you can hear him starting to squeal, starting to groan as the rear end was slipping away from him. Thompson has made it past Ham. This is starting to get a bit close here. Ham has come off track and lost a bit of time. In fact, twice this lap as Ham as Kosick under quite a bit of pressure here. So let's have a little look at how it's all where it went wrong for Ham. Oh, that car sounding really, really laboured. It's almost like it won't turn. A lot of damage to the front left of the car. And you see, that's just how far off the track that Ham is. And Kosick pretty much straight on immediately by him. Ham limping this one home and surely going to be into the pits this time around. Yeah, Ham into the pits. Oh, I think he's even... Oh, he's carried straight on. Cannot get that car turned whatsoever. Suzuki and Car, but I said about these two being close in qualifying, and well, it's carrying over into race conditions. I think that was Corin just having a bit of a half spin there. What retirement so far, and that was Howard. Just off camera. I'll tell you that Ross is opening up that gap. Now, it's opened up about 6/7 of a second. Some cracking lines there from Car, but just really trying to open up the corners to try and build up the momentum, get the run on Suji. Going for the late apex as well, where Suji going for more of the, double apex through Bruxelles. Carver practically carving this one up at the moment. Down towards Puon. Chucks it in. Tokyo drift style there. Well help from him, but it's not going to help him time-wise. In fact, he loses nearly a second. All that hard run in catching up to the back of Suji. All coming undone in the blink of an eye. But I can tell you what, blink of an eye, Bobby Ross has lost a lot of time. Can see that Tyler Brown... Oh, is that Brown into the pits? Yes, it is. That is very early on. That's brave. That's bold. But is that why we're seeing quite a bit of pace? Is he... Oh, did he leave qualifying fuel in? Maybe for Brown. I mean, he will get home, I would imagine, on the end of that one. Brown is going to drop right on down. No tyres, just fuel for him. I'm not sure whether that is the move. Adam Thompson heading into pit road as well. Who else are we going to see head on down? Is that Carver and Sushi battle? Right, well, Carver, it's really, I tell you what, for someone who's brand new to iRacing, it seems to be coming on absolutely leaps and bounds. Brown has come out. He's just headed out there. You go in front of this battle we've got that's really shaping up here. What's Carver got? Oh, well, nearly loses the rear across the top of Radion. And wow, he's maybe just working that car a little bit too hard at the moment. So Ham, after his stop, despite being a quick stopper, has come out well down the field. Of course, did lose a lot of time on pit entry. I think I can find out exactly why. Let's take a little look at what happened to the Ham sandwich. Came in shallow, couldn't get the car stopped in time, and ooh, wow. Clearly frustrated with it. Didn't look, well, I'll tell you what, if he was a child, he's clearly not been taught to cross the road properly there. Didn't look left, didn't look right. Blinded by the rage of that damaged car that's wound him up to the point of destruction. Distraction even. Bobby Ross now leads by 11 seconds to gap there. And let's not forget, only a couple of laps ago, Kevin Irwin was still in this dogfight. He was about, some 3 seconds back from Ross, but still in the fight, but not drifted away. It's all gone wrong for Jake Ham, even more so. It's not been his day. Well, there's a couple of rounds, really. Of course, wasn't with this at Charlotte last time out, but well, this street stock not clearly his friend right now. Well, we're 1/3 race distance complete, and Ross leads from Erwin Kosick up into third. I mean, that's going to get changed around a little bit because obviously Thompson has stopped, so has Brown. Brown running 4th and Thompson in 8th. As I say, that Kosick now into the pits. There he comes down pit road. Mr. Mostman. Usually a couple of fans for him on board with us, and if you are with us, great to have you with us. Well, same part. Oh, Susie, is he? Oh, he's run it in deep. Right, where's Carver? What you got up your sleeve, my man? He's going to eat him up for breakfast. Thompson's just got past Corin. On board with Carver, though. Easy, easy. Doesn't want to lose the rear. Just really pitch sensitive, these cars. There's Trotto. Could be looking at our next retirement. He's had a bit of an incident somewhere. It's Carver trying to wrangle in this gap. But I tell you what, Sushi is really, really good for Red Rouge and Radion. It's where he's able to defend this gap, defend it. But, oh, no, as the pressure comes too much for him, he holds on to it. But Carver sneaks on past. Gets himself into 4th. He's been waiting for the mistake from the 29, and finally he gets it from him. Let's take a look at what happened to Shane Trotter, though. In the fray. Oh, it's the bus stop, and it's brought a bit of a stop to his race. Well, these cars notorious for not for stopping there, and well, the brakes could have done with being applied a little bit earlier, and I think he's done. That could be our second retirement of the day. Trotter and Howitt out of this race. And I think this could be our battle here. Just keeping up to date, though, with what's happening in the Tyler Brown and Bobby Ross scenario. That gap is currently at some 25 seconds. Sorry, no, apologies. That's the gap between Brown and Irwin, who's running second place in the 7, who is just heading into the pits himself. Now, very early stops, as I said, 1/3 race distance from a lot of these drivers. Could this end up being a 2-stop race, potentially, for some of them? I mean, right now, Ross is getting great mileage out of that car. And the 33 streaking on home. Brown is, some 39, call it 40 seconds down the road. But last time around, guess what? Tyler Brown and Bobby Ross said exactly the same lap time. Exactly the same. Sushi also into the pits. That's going to release some of the pressure from Carver. But what can Sushi do? Is he going to sneak his way through, allow that complacency to come in? Kevin Irwin only just heading out of pit road. That means Carver's going to head up into 3rd. Brown promoted back into 2nd. Carver obviously yet to stop in the 35. There is Irwin just exiting pit road right behind the man out of California. And wow. This could be, I'll drop a little bombshell now for you. See how many of you are actually listening. This could be one of my last ever XSLR commentaries. Career change has meant that the commentary game has been wound down massively for myself. Well, because I can't afford to live, basically. You take that gamble in life. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you get that double 6. Sometimes you get a double 1. But wow, it has been one hell of a ride. From commentating on pro events to working with Mercedes AMG. Seen some great races, great finishing. And, well, it's off to play Euro Truck Simulator, but in real life. I'm getting a CDL license, as you call it, across the pond. HGV in the UK. And well, here we go. And if it does prove to be that way, well, what a way to, round things up. I tell you what, Kevin Irwin, one of the most improved drivers that I've seen in a long time. He's just got better and better. Just something's clearly clicked for him in the last couple of seasons, and he's just getting better and better, folks. Better and better. And is surely going to pull alongside to drivers left of Carver, who's going to fight back at this one. He's not going to give it up easy. So we head through into Blanchimont, and, well, it's Carver who holds on to it. Irwin just backing out of it. Not feeling too brave, but not remaining close enough to get Carver onto the brakes here into the bus stop. Carver, lovely little entry there. Irwin trying to really open up the corner, get a great drive, and all had to back out of it. Has to kill off the momentum because didn't quite time it right. And Carver's just going to squeeze him to the left, position his car in the middle of the track and say to him, do you know what, Kevin Irwin, if you want to come past me in La Source, you're going to have to do it the hard way, right around the outside. Carver turns in. Irwin looking for the switchback, but again just times it to wrong, but he'll get the better drive going off the corner as they race side by side all the way down the hill here into Eau Rouge. Hold tight, everyone. Here we go, side by side. Someone's got to yield. Someone's got to give. And my Carver had to back out of it. Finally, Irwin is through. He's got it done. He's through. And, well, on wild, Mr. Adam Thompson in 244, just appearing in the background there. 4.3 seconds down the road behind Garber. John Corrins had a bit of an issue out on track. Let's take a little look at what happened to him down at the source of all problems. It's running well as well because in the background there, that's Suji, which is still behind him actually, interestingly. And that gap has dropped quite a bit. Let's have a little look back though at exactly that pass. I'm going to get a lovely chopper view for you folks of Erwin versus Carver. Oh, well, it was relatively easy for Erwin there in the end. Carver trying to carve up Eau Rouge and Radion, and, well, instead, didn't quite go the way he planned. Off race distance now, Ross leads. Still yet to pit. It's only himself and, well, the man on the screen right now, the 35 of Wesley Carver, who are yet to pit. Oh, sorry, John Corrin as well. Sushi's just come off track. Still going, though, so he's okay for the moment. Oh, wow, that was a bit of a lunge there from Thompson. Getting the move done into the bus stop, just sensing my car was weak and not so confident onto the brakes there. Bit of a twitch mid-braking zone, clad the sausage curb on the inside. Well, he's through now. He's up into 4th place. Well, if there ever was an advertisement for turkey teeth on someone who's not had turkey teeth. One for you to Google there, viewers. One for you to Google. What are turkey teeth? Bit more of a British meme thing, but you know. Right, next up for Thompson is Kevin Irwin. He's 4.4 seconds up the road. Can he make an indent into that time? Well, last time around, he was 3 seconds faster than Irwin, but Irwin did have to sit and wait patiently behind Carver, who has had a bit of an incident, I'm hearing. Let's take a little look here from the chopper. Oh, and he's looked a little weak through Eau Rouge and Radion for most of this evening. Kept things locked up. And I think Carver could well pull this one off. Suji not really making a... Well, for those two running so closely for the first... Well, certainly third of the race. It seems to have pitted out a little bit. From here and not being... Well, after the pit stop, it's just not worked out for him. That gap down to 3 seconds now, though. So Irwin closes in here. So Thompson closes in on Irwin. Definitely looking a little sloppy there, and well, Thompson is definitely going to take a net chunk of time out of Irwin here. So across the timing beam, let's have a little look and see how those lap times are evolving between the pair of them. Well, it was a 47, nearly, in fact, nearly a 48 for Erwin. 45-3 for Thompson. Clearly driving with a bit between his teeth right now. Clearly driving like that. His target fixation, and wow, you can see just how much Erwin is pushing Carver into pit road right now. In fact, he's lost quite a few places, those two, despite having a cracking battle. Yeah, Ham, Cossack, and Thompson all getting the jump on Carl. Kevin Irwin, the mistake's starting to creep in now. I don't think Thompson was truly alone in that one, though. It's Corrin into pit road as well. And that got down to a second. Oh, it's big twitchy moments there from Thompson. As the sun beams through. Starting to come. Oh, Ross has had an incident. Bobby Ross, our leader, has had a big incident. He's had a big moment. What's happened to our leader? Oh, and he's just lost the rear there. Has he managed to hold on to it? Oh, and he's looped it around on the exit of the bus stop. He did have time to play with, though. But he's still yet to stop. This says he has a secondary incident. Does he have one? It's all part. I think it's all part of the same incident. Yes, it was. Or was it prior to that? Let's have a little look. It's all part of the same one. Apologies about that. As there it goes. Well, we've missed the moment there. As Thompson trying to sail on by Erwin through the Blanchimont. That was on the run up to it through Paul Ferrer. Wow, move already done from Thompson. Let's have a little look on the replay. Yeah, just got the better drive out of the corner. And got to the left side of the track, giving him the inside. Through Paul Ferrer. And Blanchimont. Well, I did say through Blanchimont, who's already in, gone, and done. Fair place now for Thompson. Now, after that spin from Ross, he's only got a 28-second gap between himself and Tyler Brown. I don't think this is done and dusted here. I don't think this is done and dusted. Ross still needs to stop, let's not forget. Through Camel onto the Camel straight. Go these two. I mean, still in the draft though. Still trying to close up that gap. Oh! I've just had a spin ahead. Who was it? Who was that? It was Corrin. He's going to rejoin the track right in front of Thompson and Erwin. Well, definitely had to yield there. So it had already had its moment there. Let's see if we can... yeah, lost it into Lacoon. Let's get the onboard here from Thompson's point of view. He's okay. A little bit tentatively snaked his way by, but it's Erwin who had to give it the big lift, and that's just going to allow Thompson to extend that gap and surely cement that third place. In fact, yeah, it was 9/10 of a second just in that one little transaction there. Erwin losing 4/10. So I suppose the next big question comes, when does Bobby Ross stop? Our leader in the 33. It's making those tyres work for him where no one else really is so far this evening. Oh, and that's a lot of curb there from the 33. Maybe just starting to struggle with those tyres. It's Corin into the pits for the second time this evening. Do you have to wonder whether that's going to be penalties arrived and if we serve him to serve a drive-through here? Let's find out as he heads down pit road. Doesn't look like he's pulling in. No, that is a drive-through penalty, and well, it's had a bit of a frustrating evening for Corin, who's well going to finish at least in 9th anyway, because we've had retirements so far. Lap 5, we lost Trotter, and lap 2 was Howard. Didn't sound long ago, but when you consider that it's a 2 minute 45, nearly a 3-minute lap around Spa in these cars. It really was quite a while ago. Oh, who was that? Is it Cosset? No, I'm trying to find out for you who that was. Someone had lost it there. Akaba's got past Suji there. He was all off the track, gone. He'd lost the rear. How did that unfold for him? Oh, it was already going, but he was trying to correct it. Trying to keep on the path, to try and keep ahead of Kaba, but it was to no avail. And Ross carries on for another lap. Starting to get into the territory now of, well, can he make this last the entirety of the race? Surely not for him. Surely not. It's still relatively close to Thompson, though. 5.7 seconds. That's not quite settled, that one. What mistake from Thompson? After having to start from the back, he's up 7 places. Into 3rd now, onto the podium. Thompson just setting a personal best there, 2:44.9. Still 3/10 slower than Ross's best, and well, as for Brown, it's what, 9/10 slower compared to his best. But last time around, he was the fastest person on the track. Irwin's had a bit of a shocker there, lost 4 seconds in the infield. And it's really lost touch. As I mentioned, 5 seconds was about the gap. Last time we mentioned Kevin Air went to Thompson in 3rd. But that gap has now extended out to 8.5 seconds. Just trying to bring this one home. Right now is Irwin. Bring it on home. Of course, coming up in the channel. Of course, this running out. What was Super Sunday here on, when he said another channel name, that Slow Motion Broadcasting. Of course, now the home of the Weekend Warriors series. Great races earlier on. Well, actually, it's pretty much every week in that series. Had the pleasure of commentating that for, well, a few years. And it's good. It's good. Let's just say that. And, of course, XSLR here on a Sunday night or Monday morning for some of us who are based in the UK with 5 laps left remaining. No, sorry, it's not 5. Yes, it is 5. You can tell. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Just, you know, give me a chance here. That's going to be this. I get the feeling with Corin. Oh, he's parked it. I think that might be him done. Right. Well, that could lead to our 3rd retirement. Only 8 finishes here this evening from Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. In the Francorchamps area of Belgium. The rolling hills. It's one of the classic race circuits beloved by drivers and spectators alike. Let's say the true essence can be explored in spectacular style in what's relatively safe and modern facility. It has never quite always been like that. Its original incarnation, Spa was truly a circuit to be feared as opposed to almost like no other. Fast straights along public roads, sweeping corners, and of course unpredictable weather due to the size of the circuit. Even today it can be sunny and bone dry on the start-finish straight, but raining out the back of the circuit. Well, that on a much larger circuit, well, that could combine to create a lethal combination. Sadly, all too often, it did. Of course, the extensive redesign in the 1970s took the circuit from 8.7 miles, that's 14.1 kilometres, down to 4.3 miles. In fact, halving pretty much the size of the circuit. It's changed a little bit since then, and oh, Bobby Ross finally heads down pit road on lap 14 out of 18. On the pit limiter, he goes. Now, where is Tyler Brown? Has he done enough? Was that mistake earlier on from Ross enough? Just heading out of the bus stop chicane. It's game on here. It's only getting a splash and dash required for Ross. This might just be enough for him. He's still stationary, though, and I think Tyler Brown's going to come on by. And I think it is, and that should change for the lead because there's Bobby Ross still sat in pit road. And it's a slow stop for him. It's a really slow stop here and revving up the engines. He's ready to go. Lights him out of his pit box. Gingerly through the exit. And off he goes. And Tyler Brown has done an absolute job on him. And it's going to work out. Well, he's carrying the speed and the momentum up the hill. And I think this is going to come out at about 19 seconds. What a result from Tyler Brown. What a drive. What a drive. Bobby Ross has always been quick on these road sections, but wow, I'm just left combobulated by that one. What a drive. What a drive. It's going to make out 18.5 seconds, which is near identical gap between Ross and Thompson. Maybe Ross just leaving it that bit too long. Did seem to be struggling with the brakes and, you know, the braking and tyres, whereas Ross also as well, to boot. Let's not forget there was time stationary. 8 seconds difference between Brown and Ross. Total transition time through the pit lane Actually, yeah, that was 8 seconds as well. So near identical entries and exits for the pair of them. Oh, where's Carver? Something has happened to him. Oh, into the bus stop. Loops it around. Don't get it wedged on the... Oh, I was a bit afraid there. Is that Joshua Susie coming on by? Yes, it is. So that's a late on change of position there. Susie back in front. Carver down into 8th even. Well, it's a bit gutting really after a great qualifying from the Californian. And qualified 5th. And qualified ahead of Suji. Although was close on lap time as well. Let's not forget. With Howard, who we sadly lost all the way back on lap 12. Our trotter retiring lap 5. Just to keep you up to date, John Corrin has retired the car. The car has stopped at lap 12. So when we've lost him. And we got 2 to go here. From Spa. And Thompson still setting that personal best laps. I still done the fastest lap of the race. Still 3/10 off of Tyler Brown. You see in the 8:21 on your screen right now. But what is personal best is incidentally 3/10 faster than Ross is, although Ross is currently beating him by 18 seconds. And well, bar Ross really sticking it in the wall, I don't really see a lot changing. Certainly we've seen our top 3 right now. Suji being caught by Carver late on here at 2.2. Well, I was going to say 2.2, but actually Carver reining him in here. 2.1, 2.0 the seconds. This could be 1.9 by the time they reach the bus stop. It already is. Well, we've even reached Blanchimont. 1.8, 1.7 at Blanchimont, and here comes Carver. There he goes. 1.4 seconds, the gap between himself and Suji. Oh, and you hear Suji just... Oh, well, he was struggling to find a gear, but it didn't go for him as badly as what it did for Carver, who has to loop the car around after losing the rear. Oh, he just sent it in too deep, brake too late. Just put him in the wrong position, then trying to carry all that speed and just too much mustard. Of course, on that live axle, that locking differential of these cars. Nice limited step depth in these. It's a live axle. And that is Carver about to be lapped by Tyler Brown, our race leader, who... Well, might feel a little bit tentative here. Carver doing the sensible thing, pulls across to driver's left. And no real fuss, no real time lost there. But, well, Suji could bring this one home in 7th, but... And here's the but. Because I like big butts, but I cannot lie. See what I did then? If he has another mistake, it could bring Carver right back into the equation here in that 35. Done but not forgotten here. Done but not forgotten. And well, penultimate lap right now for Brown. He's just stroking this one home. Caustic's had his own incident late on as well. Take what's happened to look to Mr. Most Meant. Too deep in there. Light up the rears, and well, similar sort of fate is what we saw to Carber there. Down at the bus stop on the prior lap. Far away from the finish now. White flag in the air. Want to go here. What's a may call the victory lap here for Tyler Brown. Just casually, just plodding around. A real lethargic pace. In fact, last time around he was 1.4 seconds slower than Ross. But he knows he's got 16.8 seconds to play with on this final lap. What he's got to hope for is just that he hasn't switched off too much. Just dropping that pace is can actually we're trying to bring it home comfortably. He encourages the mistakes to creep in where you just lose your natural rhythm that you have from pushing lap in, lap out, trying to close that gap down to someone. For Bruxelles for the final time. Or Varge is also known out of Speaker's Corner. And well, it was all about the pit strategy for the 821 of Tyler Brown. So he enters Pooh 1 and 2. Stroking it home. Gently as can be. He may as well have the window down and be waving to virtual fans stood by the side of the track. He is going that easy here. And not long left at all in this lap. The quarter of a lap left to go. About 1 mile in distance. So has the exit Stavelo. A long run up to Blanchimont. Just suck it in, Tyler Brown. Breathe it in. Because in 2 corners' time, you're going to be a winner here in XSLR. Tentatively there through Blanchimont, but he's got it all under control. It's all in hand. As the bus stop chicane for the final time this evening. And Tyler Brown is your winner here from Spa. Congratulations to him. Now, incidentally, Joshua Susie, who started lap just before him, means he's going to have to do another lap. That's the true thing. If you slow down a bit, because I don't think he's catching Jake Ham. He could have done one less lap. Saved a bit of time and effort. You know, has to be done sometimes. It's going to be the victory donut surely for him. Ross in second. There comes Thompson across the line to finish third. Great recovery drive from him. Just set the fastest 4th sector on that last lap out of anyone so far. Drive from him. So coming light for the, there they go, for the photos, for the gram. So they wait on Thompson to arrive. There he comes. Beautiful. There it is. There's the money shot for you folks. Let's tell you what, let's turn that off. There you go. Twitch of the wheel. That looked like Tyler Brown was waving from inside the car. Just those white gloves. Cossack comes home in 5th. Erwin 4th. Incidentally, Ham. Well, eventful round for him yet again, and I think he's going to be happy with 6th, but one place from where he started. Carver and Susie just, well, Carver didn't need to complete the lap, he was just wheeling that one in, but Susie just having a stroke can bring this one home. But incidentally, he did have an incident on this final lap. Not that it really matters too much. So they're down the Kennel straight, down towards Lacombe. Is it? No. No, that's into Bruxelles, isn't it? Or Rivage, as it's sometimes known. Here comes Suji. And let's, so I'm going to prep something here for you viewers. A little treat from an earlier broadcast here on slow motion broadcasting. As there he is, across the line it goes, Joshua Suji. And here's a little audio clip for you of a comment that Adam Thompson made during the SRF Weekend Warriors race. Let's have a little listen in for you.
But watch out, because Pritchard's coming very, very quickly. Look at that. But watch out, because Pritchard's coming very, very quickly. Look at that. But watch. There you go. Look, watch out, because Pritchard's coming. He's coming very, very quickly. Look. Well, I rest my case, say no more. Let's take a look at some results here today. Tyler Brown, obviously your winner. Great strategy, great drive from the American there in the 821. Bobby Ross, well, thought he only had it in hand. Turns out he didn't. And, well, despite being able to run the longest of anyone by quite a while as well. Wesley Carber was the closest. He pitted on lap 9. Bobby Ross pitted on lap 14 out of an 18-lap race. That gives you but of the idea. I'll have the field consultation done by him, but, well, it didn't work. And Thompson, well, he's putting in the wrong direction at the start of the first lap. Great recovery drive to get himself back on the podium. Kevin Irwin finishes 4th. Cossack 5th. Jake Ham as well. Good recovery from him to come home 6th. Suji 7th. And Carbo, the driver, 1 lap down, who actually finished, with Corin retiring lap on 12, Trotter on lap 5, and Jimmy Howe all the way back on lap 2. Let's have a bit of a chat to some of our drivers now. And let's see who we've got lined up for us. Micro panic there. I thought I'd close the stream down. Never a good thing. Never a good thing, guys. Never a good thing. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Who have we got sat waiting for us? They all sat waiting. If I get to the right thing, that might actually help. Yes, it does. Okay, first off, I think we need to have a little bit of a chat to our winner here today. Let's just drag him in. Get this all signed up. Oh. Maybe it's well. Really uneventful. Looking like a little bit uneventful for him there. Tyler Brown. Let's just drop that onto there. There we go. There we go. We got there in the end, didn't we? We got there in the end. Let's drag him in for a bit of a chat. Tyler Brown, congratulations. It all came down to pit strategy in the end, and, well, you seem to have it absolutely nailed. Was it your intention to pit so early? Had you left qualifying fueling? What was the story behind that one?
Well, when we went into qualifying, we figured out that, so I had been practicing on the test session, and we could run 18 laps. There was like 25 laps of fuel in there, so I was just going with that. And then when we got into qualifying, we all kind of realized that there was only 15 laps of fuel in the car. So I was like, "Oh man, we're gonna have to fuel." And as we were running, me and Bobby were running kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
And it just come to the point where like I'd gain on him, and then he'd brake a little bit different than I did. So then I'd lose momentum on the next straightaway. So I was like, I'm just going to go early and let him go late, or let him do whatever he wanted to do. And it ended up just kind of working out. It was just kind of luck of the draw, really.
And from that point onwards, I mean, a lot of people seem to be struggling out there today. Was it a case of just trying to grind out, quick laps, or was it just more about being consistent for you and keeping it on the track?
Well, I was trying to gain a couple of seconds after I pitted to try and, because I knew Bobby was going to have to pit at one point. So I was trying to gain just a couple of seconds on him to get ahead of him when he come out of pit, so that I was in front of him. And I was overdriving the car, and I was kind of struggling. It was way different in practice than it was in the actual race. So then I was like, well, I'll just stay consistent and see where we are when he comes out of pit. And fortunately for me, he spun, so that helped out a lot.
Definitely. I'm sure it would have done indeed, and definitely seems to be one of the defining moments of the race. But even so, congratulations, Tyler Brown, new race winner here today.
Perfect. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
No problem at all. And let's have a little bit of a old switcheroo around here. And move across into second place interview now. And, well, some say only the good guys finish second. And, well, I think that maybe a good advert for Bobby Ross here today. It was definitely that spin for you was a defining moment in the race. How much are you regretting that one now?
Big time, especially my family members that walked in were like, "Yo, Bobby, you're doing good," and I was like, "Yeah, thank you." And then that's when I spun out, and then they all quickly ran out. They're like, "Oh crap, give him room."
Yeah, the curse of the commentator, well, the curse of your own family today. But was it about fuel conservation for you, or were you trying to fuel save? I mean, you ran far deeper than anyone did the entirety of this race.
That is true, and unfortunately, I thought that adding just 5 gallons would have been enough. It turns out it was too much. I probably could have just done 3 gallons, and I probably would have been, whatever the gap was, what was that, about like 14 seconds at the end, probably would have been cut by half. But then that factors in the spin. So there's a lot of factors here and there, but hey, still got podium, so still got second place, and I think I increased my championship lead, so.
Yes, you did, finishing ahead of all of your rivals. The pit stop times, 25.8 seconds stationary for Tyler Brown versus 33.3 for yourself. So, as you say, that would have cut half the time. And again, the spin probably lost you pretty much most of that time. I mean, missed opportunity, or you're still happy to be second, knowing that you've still finished ahead of your rivals?
Yeah, obviously I'm bummed that I missed that win, but at the same time, I'm counting my blessings that I still finished second, and it could have been a lot worse. So
it could have been. It could have been. Certainly, if you had been in the midfield, but a great qualifying yourself prevented that one. I mean, were you a bit wary if something had happened behind you from either your mirrors or your relative?
You mean like with regards to Tyler, or just
no,
with
just
everyone else?
Just everybody else having a massive shunt.
I didn't really pay too much, unless I was catching up to, I believe it was Wesley at the end of my, before I had to go to the pits. Other than that, I wasn't too worried about, like, with regards to, like, relative to, like, everyone else.
Fair enough. No worries. Well, congratulations, Bobby Ross, for second place here today.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you to Slow Motion Broadcast for broadcasting these events, and of course, thank you to all my family members who watched tonight. And I'll see you all next week. I believe it's going to be the Nordschleife, right? I believe so.
I'm now completely doubting my own self. Hold on, Bobby. Well, let's get this one clarified, because that's how we do things. Hold on, I'm there. Yes, it is. No, Laguna Seca for a week off, and then we've got the Nordschleife. Well, no, the combined, both GP and Nordschleife. That will be a interesting one, to say the least.
Oh, for sure. It's just 5 laps, but it's going to feel like 5 hours with how long those lap times are going to be. But Tim,
yes.
You have a good night, sir.
And you too, indeed, young Bobby Ross there. Right, let's move along, and let's go down to 3rd place, which was, of course, Adam Thompson. Before he comes in, let's bring up, well, the interesting incident. There we go. Going to watch it all unfold again for you here. Let's drag him on down. 3rd place finisher, Adam Thompson. I mean, all things considered, seeing as though the start of the first lap you were pointing in the wrong direction, that's not a bad result, is it, 3rd? Surely you could be happy walking away with that one.
I'm very happy. You know what I'm happy about, Tim?
The amount of freedom that you have in the USA, or maybe it's I don't know, your love and fame for the imperial system.
It's all of the above, Tim. I'm happy to be American, and I'm even happier that you're British. So let me start with that. That's why I am super happy.
Just remind me. What size is your? What's the engine capacity of your engine? Yeah, there we go. It's in liters.
It's a 3.5 liter, Tim.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, liters, imperial.
Hey, hang on. I know we're getting into British arguments here right now, but what do you guys go off when you're driving somewhere and it says how long it's going to take you to get what is that for you? Is it in miles?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay. Anyways, back to the race.
We're bilingual.
Yeah. So Radeon Eau Rouge. I mean, I saw him going too wide through there. I thought I was going to get through it. West tagged me, and that was the end of that. I was just happy I was able to keep my car at least driving until lap 4, where I could have pitted and got it fixed. And yeah, I mean, P3 out of that is a great result. And I think Tyler Brown was a class of the field today. I don't think anybody was catching him no matter what.
Well, I mean, Bobby really, he had a spin halfway through the race and put too much fuel into the car as well, and that's what I'm doing of what could have been real classic XSLR finish between the pair of them. Just seeing a replay right now of you absolutely clattering the barrier. I mean, it's amazing to say that the car was drivable. As soon as you hit the front and the rear end, quite hard, big impacts, and right side of the car looking very, very crumpled up.
Because those are American. It's because it's an American car. That's why it's a Camaro.
Okay, well, they're no crash structure whatsoever. Yeah, there you go.
No, it was good. It was a good race. I think these cars are going to be fun, Tim. They really are. Obviously, my EOL did not help things in getting involved in that incident this afternoon, but it worked out for me. I got a P3. I know Bobby's still going to be in the lead, but I'm going to be able to start qualifying again, and we got Laguna Seca coming up here, so it should be a good race. And before you let me go, because I know this is what you like to do, I want to shout out my wife for playing games behind me the whole time while I'm screaming and yelling at the TV screen. And thank you, Tim, for being a good friend. So yeah, Tim. So thank you.
He lies like a cheap Chinese watch. Adam Thompson,
I do.
there for you. Right. Well, he doesn't really. It's all lies on my part. It's all lies on my part. Let's, there we go. Well, what did we learn today? We learned that starting from the back is not always the best place to be at Spa through Eau Rouge and Radeon. We learned if you spin while leading
and then put in too much fuel, you will lose the race when you're racing against someone you're competitive with. We also learned that, well, that it is 25 minutes to 3 a.m. here. And considering it was a 3-minute 45 lap, that was not too bad. Tonight, well, in a week's time, we head, of course, as you mentioned early on, to Laguna Seca, of course, land of the free, supposedly, in America. And, well, I've been Tim Cox. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure for having you. See you in a week's time when XSLR returns for round 6. Goodbye.